DWNProductions.net, custom masks. If you need a custom mask made, hit me up. DWNProductions.net. And after that, you can head on over to FastCustomShirts.com. If you need a custom shirt, FastCustomShirts.com. Joe, it took a minute, but finally said, "Oh, I still got to do those Death Wish Blu-ray reviews." So let's knock those out if you don't mind. Got Death Wish 4 and 5 from the fine folks at Kino Lorber.
Mm.
And yeah, we've talked about all the Death Wish movies before. Death Wish 4 is the one it's kind of the odd man out of the bunch because old Paul, he goes undercover. He's working for this supposed rich guy who wants him to go undercover and kill the drug dealers and shit. So it's just like, wait a fucking minute, this really isn't Death Wish. So he like goes undercover as a waiter to like a WAP mafia party and shit. And he goes undercover as a booze salesman, and Danny Trejo's there, and he says, "Hey, don't I know you?" And Bronson says, "No." And then he runs away, and there's a shitty explosion, and it's fucking terrific. But yeah,
Can
it
I get your orders, sir?
but yeah, this one definitely stands out as the oddball just because he's working with somebody else going undercover. But it's still good. I have fun watching it. I would recommend watching all the Death Wish movies if you're interested in them because they're all cool, all very different too. To be honest with you, and then we got so that was Death Wish 4, the Crackdown, and what's this? Death Wish 5, the Face of Fear, maybe. The Face of Death. I was close. So Death Wish 5, the Face of Death. Uh, the last one he was in LA, now he's back in New York. Every movie he's going back and forth from New York to LA, just trying to evade the same cops who know who he is. So
Was he in
Death Wish.
one of them?
What's up?
Wasn't he in Canada in one of them?
I don't think so, unless he wasn't in the first one.
That might have been like Kinjite or some shit like that.
It might have been. It might have been the White Buffalo.
Maybe.
But the Crackdown, he's back in New York. The new abused woman or soon to be dead woman he's with is it's the ex-wife of a fashion designer or a fashion mogul that she still like works with or whatever, and he's played by Michael Parks.
Mm.
And he's supposed to be like, a whopped up gangster guy. I don't know, but Michael Parks is awesome, so I'll let it slide. And yeah, it's just old. I was gonna call him Old Death Wish, but old Paul trying to, take down his criminal organization. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's I don't like this one as much as the last one, but still, they're all fun watches and shit. And this one, for some reason, they explained it somehow in the fucking movie, but like this clothing company, they have this vat of acid that's just chilling in the back of the warehouse. And of course they dump motherfuckers in it. Why wouldn't they? They're evil and they got this vat of acid and shit. But it's cool. If you want to look at the thing, here's the slip cover. Don't give a fuck about that. So we got that there.
There's that poster.
That there, yeah. No double-sided anything. Classic Kino disc. This one. The fifth one, sorry. See his fucking face. Again, get out of here, you. We got that. Again, if you weren't reading the title, you'd think it was the same fucking disc. Special features. You got both of them are pretty much the same. They both have audio commentaries by the dude who did the Bronson books. What's his fucking name? Boston Cocksucker. I think it's fucking on here. Paul Talbot. So you got his on there. He says Italian a few times, and that made me want to puke. So just be aware he has a very heavy fucking accent with that shit. But I usually don't like fan commentaries or podcast commentaries on a disc. That's something I should go here to YouTube to see. Withstanding if somebody came to us, which they won't. Well, I mean, technically, we have done commentaries. Anyways, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but those things on the discs aren't for me. But his are pretty good, man. He fucking goes over everything. Like I said, he's a Bronson historian dude, so he knows everything. He's just firing shit off. So, I mean, they're good to have on in the background and shit. Maybe you're painting a mask and you got to look up at the screen to see if the hair's light enough or not. And you're just like, oh shit, I might have been painting these a little too light. It's a good thing I got these Blu-rays, seeing it in HD. Now I can see, oh yeah, I got to paint these a little lighter. Yeah, thanks, Blu-rays. But yeah, they're good. They're good. If you like fucking the Bronson movies and you like listening to commentaries, these are the ones to go. I had the DVDs before, but when these were on sale at Kino, I picked them up, and some other dude bought the fucking Houston Horror Film Fest. I sold them to some dude. I see that he was looking through them, and I said, "Hey, do you believe in Jesus?" And like the guys who were next to him looked at me like, "Oh shit, I'm out of here," and they took off. And then the guy holding the movies was like, "What?" I was just, "It's in the movies, dude.
You're
You're the
gonna.
one." Yeah. It's like, all right, if you want them, just give me the money. I thought we were gonna have a fun Bronson talk here. I guess not. I'll go fuck myself. But both of these are worth it, and they're good movies, so I would recommend them. And all the other Bronson movies. I forgot who the fuck put out the third one, but the third one's out there with a commentary track from this dude. Vinegar Syndrome has the second one with a commentary track from this dude. And the third one has an interview with the Giggler, and I think one other guy. The Vinegar Syndrome one, I'm pretty sure, has a couple interviews. It's been a while since I popped that disc in. And then Kino did the release for the original one as well. And I'm sure Lionsgate somewhere has the remake with Bruce Willis on fucking Blu-ray, maybe even 4K by now. That one's all right. It's a lot gorier, but it ain't Bronson, so probably never watch it again. But I saw it in theaters. It was all right. But yeah, there it is. If you fucking can get them relatively cheap, get them because they're good shit, mate.